All they are ever here for is just to suck the life out of everything. JK Rowling, the creator of the Harry Potter world, the sole reason anybody even knows how to swish and flick, thank you JK, is being cast aside from her very own creation. One might even say she's been turfed out, you see what I did there. Now this not only comes from the woke mob and the woke Harry Potter fans that want to boycott everything even though the sales are still through the roof, this comes from the very actors themselves. And I haven't even said, by the way, why she's been in trouble for the last, 4 years. I haven't even said. Well, she's recognised that there's an issue with trans safety. She's recognised that trans people need to be protected. So where's the catch, I hear you ask? Well, she still believes in men and women. She recognises that men and women still exist. Nah, JK, you know, you should never do that.
No, definitely not.
The main man himself, however, Daniel Radcliffe, yes, Daniel Radcliffe, has decided to once again join the other Death Eaters in absolutely degrading, decimating JK Rowling. If it's not Emma Watson, it's Rupert Grint. If it's not Rupert Grint, then it's Daniel Radcliffe. You know, all those people she just handed careers. Anyway, it's funny that. But this is the playbook. This is the well-established playbook now in society. Anybody who says anything that goes against what people are trying to purport these days, you know, all those things that shall not be said, people go against in the search for some, admiration, some sort of validation. And JK Rowling, well, she's the easy target these days because of what she believes. Daniel Radcliffe recently has come out and said that it is very important that we all speak out against JK Rowling. When Rowling first received backlash for her comments against the trans community, Radcliffe published an open letter where he wrote transgender women are women. I'm certain this man's bewitched.
No, don't stop! He's bewitched!
Any statement to the contrary, am I saying that word right by the way, erases the identity and dignity of transgender people and goes against all advice given by professional healthcare associations who have far more expertise on this subject matter than either Joe or I. Is it just me, right? Or did he just contradict himself in that situation? What? In a recent interview with IndieWire, Radcliffe insisted that it was important to speak out against Rowling's views because he did not want to be associated with such beliefs. And that's all they do it for, because they don't want to be associated with it. I don't want to be cancelled for having thoughts and opinions. Radcliffe went on to say the very reason he felt very much as though he needed to speak out about something when he did is because, particularly since finishing Potter, he's met so many queer and trans kids and young people who had a huge amount of identification with Potter on that, and seeing them so hurt on that day, he was like, I wanted them to know that not everybody in the franchise felt that way, and that was really important. Interesting that. The thing is, mate, yeah, British dude to British dude, I grew up watching you, right? It's so sad to see how you and your fellow actors have turned out. Why don't you and your friends give a little respect to the women that gave you your careers? And secondly, give some respect to the women who believe that biological women are the only women. Because you're completely disrespecting them right now, aren't you? It's funny, right? It's funny. When you stand there for JK Rowling, when you stand up for her, everybody's like, well, the franchise didn't need her anyway, you know? It would have been alright without her. What do you mean it would have been alright without her? Without her books, the franchise wouldn't exist in the first place. Without her and her books, Expelliarmus, I can't use my broken wand at this, Expelliarmus wouldn't exist without her. I'm not having this, oh, if JK Rowling wasn't there, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Of course it matters. But because she has different thoughts and opinions, we now want to, nah, it's alright, cast her aside, cast her aside. Be honest with yourself, man. She created this. Without her books, there's nothing. Without her books, Harry Potter and Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, no careers for you, buddy. Rupert Grint, without her, you wouldn't have appeared in that Ed Sheeran video. You know? Maybe pay a little bit of respect.
This motherfucker don't miss.
Now, whereas I and many others find what these actors are now doing to JK Rowling very disrespectful because, you know, anybody and everybody is not allowed to have their own thoughts and opinions. You got to stick to one view. The tweets in reply to Daniel Radcliffe's recent interview shows me one thing. We are We can't undo the massive amount of damage JK has done, but maybe Daniel Radcliffe can make queer and trans kids who felt betrayed by the author of their favourite series feel accepted again. He has such integrity and I admire him greatly. Yes, I'm sure you do. Rowling should be more grateful to Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint for turning in solid performances with mediocre scripts. The scripts had at best weak material to adapt. Now I'm going to say this and it's going to be a bit controversial, right? It's going to be a bit controversial and I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. But in some of the films, the acting by the three main characters is absolute shit. Go back and watch it now, okay? And just really analyse their acting, especially in the last few films. I think it's terrible.
Who could possibly figure that out? That's completely mental.
Isn't it? I suppose I was a bit distraught.
Boys.
And funnily enough, the people that are defending JK Rowling, their acting was better than the main three. It's funny how that works. As a trans woman who loved Harry Potter with all of her heart and soul, Daniel Radcliffe, your words mean more to me than you can ever know. And that's all it really is, right? Words. That's all this really is based on. Words. You see, my witches and wizards, we're living in a time now where words and tweets are now classed as traumatic events. Tweets are now classed as traumatic events. Let me set the record straight here. Clean slate, Wingardium Leviosa this shit. I don't even know if that's... Real trauma, let me tell you what real trauma is. Real trauma is being on the front line, sacrificing yourself for your country, seeing your soldiers, seeing your friends, and now pretty much family, being absolutely obliterated, and you having the strength and courage to move on. That is real trauma, right? I'm not having this where people are saying, oh, their words were so traumatic. Just because, and I say this so often, just because somebody has different opinions, different views, doesn't mean we now blacklist them, cancel them, and say, oh, they're evil. They give me so much trauma. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Are you that soft? Are you that arrogant? And I quote Ricky Gervais quite a lot, but are you that arrogant that you think you can go through your whole life without anybody offending you? And unlike James Corden, by the way, I'll give credit to Ricky Gervais. And I actually feel JK Rowling predicted the future with her books. Let me tell you how. You see the Dementors, right? I genuinely believe she based them off cancel culture and woke snowflakes because all they do, all they are ever here for is just to suck the life out of everything. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This video does solidify now that I will not be getting my Hogwarts letter through the post. I am really traumatized by that, honestly. I am. If you are also traumatized, then please for me, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so we can all be traumatized together. But until tomorrow, my friends, my witches and wizards, it has been your boy JD. Make sure to have a great day. Stay safe and cast your spells. I'm out. Peace. See you next time.